So people thought I was dead. Welcome to JLJ After Dark. So I'm minding my own business as I usually am, and I'm working as hard as I usually am. And it's a Saturday, and I'm at a client's, and I'm working, and um, I get a message in the afternoon from our buddy Flubbo saying like something like, "Oh, I can tell you what he said because it was like mind my own business." Um, and literally, I'm like. And he says to me, he gives me a screenshot where my cousin's wife, who I love, um, on her page posted, "Oh my God, he passed away a few minutes ago," and people say it's a scam. So, but he wrote, "I heard you were dead, bro," and I was like, "Oh," I'm like, "What?" And he shows me a thing, and I go, I wrote, "I am. I'm texting you from the grave," being funny. And so we have a little funny exchange, but I go online to see what's going on, and people are like, I start seeing these messages like, "Are you okay, James? What's going on? Hope it's not true." I'm like, "No, I'm not dead. I'm not dead or anything." But it was so interesting that people like, "Why me?" Well, it turns out she got hacked. So the whole day this was out there. I did not know. I'm not on Facebook all the time. I post things on there, but I'm like, I'm always on there. They're perusing. And she's like, "I'm sorry, I was hacked, and I don't know what they said and all that stuff." So that happened. So it's kind of funny. It's the second time someone thought I was dead. I had a guy named James Law Jr. who was my age. It was a couple years ago. I was in the business, apparently, and he was in the business. Apparently, he died, and I was like, I saw you. I want to make sure you were still. I'm calling, make sure you're still alive. So we had a good laugh over that too. But it's just like straight. So I posted later once I let this happened. In the evening, I wrote, "I'm alive. I'm alive." That's all I wrote. I have to say, the comments have not disappointed. It's all in the comments with you. If you're following me on Facebook, not my fan page, but my regular page, and I'll follow everybody on my regular page. It's usually family and friends. You'll see the comments are some of them are hilarious. Some of them are really heartfelt. Like, "I'm glad you're okay. I'm glad you're fine. You know what's going on. It seemed weird." So I'm like, you just don't know. I mean, it's just so like it was just a weird. I was like, okay, that was strange, and um, I'm back from the dead, so to speak, by these jokes. That's just so weird, and it just makes you think. Like, and I've had this talk with my brother. I said, I'm gonna leave when if I die, 'cause I can die anytime, right? My password book will be somewhere. I got to put to somebody where it is. If I die at home, or die outside of my home, where it's going to be. If it's on the road, if I'm on the road, oh, it's going to be with me. But if it's not with me, a password book's going to be in a certain spot, and so it's going to need to go on if I do pass to go on and tell people that I passed. It's an eerie, morbid thought. Same for him too. We're both on. We have online presences, and I'm like, and so unless I die in some horrifically traumatic fashion, the whole world finds out. I can easily just die at home or something happens here. I'm just wondering, we got to tell people. That goes for you two at home. Again, it's a morbid thought, but just, I know there's been some talks about what happens to pages after you died. I've had friends who've died, and other pages are memorialized. Like there's a memorial page of so and so, or they're taken down, or they're just sitting there. I don't do anything with them. I wonder who I who do I trust that might be alive after me that would be able to go on and articulate that I'm gone. Um, I want my fans obviously to know if I'm not here. The lotties to know if I'm not here. And it's again, it's a really crazy thought. I never thought in my entire life that I would ever have to think about that. I was always a semi-popular person in some of the cities I lived, in Sacramento, in San Francisco, a little bit in Pittsburgh. I did a lot of community work. and stuff. There was no social media back then, but I was in, there was magazines and newsletters and just, things that, things out there. I guess there are precursors to social media. And then later social media started to kind of start. But I never had to think about that before. I just thought, well, if I die, people will just find out. Especially in small towns like Sacramento, whatever, I didn't think you'd find out. I have a friend. I don't know if she's alive or dead. I'm looking up and I don't see any obituary notices for this person, and I don't know. We've lost contact the last couple of years. This person is much older than me, and not on social media. I've been looking every few months, so I look around to see. I actually have the person's address, but I've never had the nerve to just go there while I'm in Sacramento or like knock on the door. I'm like, hi. And one day I might do that. I don't know because the person is up in age, but that don't mean anything. Some people live a long time, so I'm not sure. That's just I thought. Just the folks who have died that are close friends of mine since social media. Usually, I get a phone call because we're close because we're my good friends, and I find out before. But like, what do you do after you? I mean, you go. Like, what do you do? Like, who's gonna take care of that? Who's gonna know for everybody? And for me, I always wonder. Here's a little side note for you guys. We're here together. You're my friends, the Lotties. I always wonder, will like Deadline, Samoa Digest, will any of them report on my death? If they're still around, would any of them report on my death? I've been in Forbes magazine a couple times. Would Forbes magazine report on my death? I've been in Homes and Gardens. I've been in a lot of magazines. Would they report on would my death become something? Because I always wonder. I'm not a huge, obviously, A-list star, but you hear about actors dying. You're like, oh, that person was in, a character actor. Or I wonder, and hosts, I wonder if I will get the same treatment. I won't know because I'll be dead. But I always wonder about that. Am I large enough to have that happen? In the organizing world would be very interesting, I think, for sure. It's a small community, and I've worked my way up. That'd be interesting. See what happens there. I don't know. It's just a trip. It's all a trip. I know. It's like, why all this? I mean, this is late at night. We're talking about this. I don't mean to do this to you guys before you go to bed, but it's something to think about. It is something to think about. I think you all should think about that. And think about what is your online presence. What will happen after you're gone? And if you want to put steps into place now, what you want to see happen after you're gone, or maybe you just don't care. You're like, I'll be dead. They do what they want. That's valid also. I mean, they're gonna be here. So I just always just wonder. I've already thought about my legacy as a person who does stuff like this, these shows. I know that my kids and grandkids and future generations have these for the rest of their lives. I don't have my grandparents videos of my grandparents, but my grandkids have videos of me now. They can just type my name in. They want to hang out with me, they can, so to speak. And then with AI happening, that's even scarier. I don't know. So just very interesting thought process after having been declared dead for a day. The world is a strange place. I'm James Longino. This is JLJ After Dark. We're doing episodes all week, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 Eastern. I'll talk to you next time.